Hello, welcome to next session. In this session, we'll solve day 2008 experiment paper. Question 1 to question 8 carry 1 marks each. 1. Experimental data obtained from a constant volume gas thermometer is shown in the figure below. Okay, the value of T in degree Celsius. So this is a graph. Option A is 273.15, B 1, C minus 100, D minus 273.15. Okay. So in uh, in a sorry, from the gas lab we know that PV by T is constant, and for constant volume thermometer volume is constant, so P is directly proportional to T. Okay, so at this point the P is zero. Okay, so T will also be zero. So T is in Kelvin. So T is 0 Kelvin. Okay, so here the T is in degree Celsius. So at this point, the T is in T is 0 degree Celsius. Okay, and this here this value will be 273.15. Okay, minus 273.15. Okay, so answer is C. Answer is D. Next, at constant temperature, pressure of an incompressible fluid is at constant temperature, pressure of an incompressible fluid is changed from 400 kPa to 4 MPa. Which of the following set which of the following set of thermodynamic properties remain unchanged during the process? U is specific internal energy, V is specific volume, H is specific enthalpy, and S is specific entropy. Okay. So as the fluid is incompressible, okay, and so and the process is and process is constant temperature process. Okay, so del H is given by this del PV. Okay, so dH is VdP and PdV. Okay, as the fluid is incompressible. Okay, so dV is zero. Okay, so dV is zero. So dH is equal to VdP and H change in H is V P2 minus P1. Okay, so there is change in enthalpy. Okay, so change in enthalpy will not be zero, but due to the incompressibility, the change in being is zero and change in temperature is zero. Okay, and when in an incompressible fluid, uh, the change in entropy is given by dq by t, as no heat is being supplied, so ds is also zero. So ds is zero, so there is no change in entropy. As the process is isothermal, so change in internal energy is also zero. So V, U, and S are constant. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Next, the density of water and ice at 0 degree Celsius and 1000 kilogram per meter cube and 900 kilogram per meter cube respectively. If ice at 0 degree Celsius is allowed to melt into water at the same temperature, then the work is done by ice on the surrounding atmosphere. Work is done by the atmosphere on the ice. Okay, there is no work interaction. Nothing can be said about the work interaction. So at atmospheric pressure, the density is changing and ice is melting into water, and density is changing from 1000 to 900. So it means the volume of 1 kilogram of ice is decreasing. Okay, so initially sorry, sorry, the volume of water is this. Okay, and volume of ice is this. So volume is decreasing. So work done is negative. So work is done on ice by atmosphere. Okay. Okay. So answer is B. as its volume is decreasing. Okay. The work done in an isentropic process involving ideal gas is equal to option A integration B minus integration B dP B 0 T P1 V1 minus P2 V2 divided by gamma minus 1 D RT ln V2 minus V2 by V1. Okay. So work done is in general is given by PdV, and in isentropic process PV gamma is constant. So we can put P is equal to C V by gamma. So integrating this and putting the limits, we can get this. Okay. So V2 is final volume, V1 is initial volume. Now if we put the value of C as P1 V1 gamma or P2 V2 gamma. Okay. So yes. The thermal efficiency of a diesel engine can be represented by option A increasing both compression ratio and cutoff ratio, B decreasing both compression ratio and cutoff ratio, C decreasing compression ratio and increasing cutoff ratio, D increasing compression ratio and decreasing cutoff ratio. So in case of diesel engine, increasing compression ratio will increase efficiency. That is sure in case of auto cycle, in case of petrol engine also. Okay. And whereas during cutoff, uh, as we increase the cutoff, okay, the time for adding heat or the heat added is increases for the same amount of work. Okay, so decreasing cutoff, by decreasing cutoff we will add lesser heat. Okay, so thermal efficiency will increase by adding lesser by decreasing cutoff. So see the explanation. Increasing compression ratio increases thermal efficiency by providing more work. Okay, and decreasing cutoff ratio increases thermal efficiency by supplying lesser heat. Okay, so answer is B. Option number 6. In a throttling process, temperature always remains unchanged. B. Temperature always increases. C. Temperature always decreases. D. Temperature may increase, decrease, or remain unchanged. In throttling process, expansion takes place, pressure decreases. Okay. In throttling process, expansion takes place and pressure decreases. So, but the temperature may increase, decrease, or remain unchanged depending upon the Joule function coefficient of expansion, which is given as del P by del P or curly P by curly P at constant enthalpy. When the Joule thermal coefficient is positive, then the cooling effect is observed, and when Joule function coefficient of expansion is negative, then heating effect is observed when it is zero, and there is no temperature change. So answer is D. Okay, temperature may change, remain same or increase. The COP of Carnot heat pump operating between -3 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius is option A 10, option B 0.1, option C 9, option D 1.0. So COP of heat pump is given by COP of heat pump is given by heat absorbed divided by work done. Okay, heat absorbed is uh, when we take Carnot cycle, okay, for the heat pump, then it is the maximum temperature divided by the temperature difference. The maximum temperature is 27 degrees Celsius and temperature difference is 30 degrees. Okay, so if we take if we take them in Kelvin, okay, then it will be 273 plus 27 divided by 27 plus 3, that is 30. Answer is 10. Okay. Option A. If the moist air is heated at constant pressure, if then A, the specific humidity changes. B, relative humidity does not change. C, relative humidity decreases. D, relative humidity increases. Okay. So when the moisture is heated from 1 to 2. Okay, this is the heating effect. This is heating effect. Okay, so when the moisture so this is on cyclometric chart. So here it is relative humidity, here it is specific humidity, here is direct humidity. So we can see that the relative humidity is 100% here and it is decreasing. This direction for relative humidity decreasing and specific humidity remains in individual. Okay. So answer is option C. Okay. Question 9 to question 30 carry 2 marks each. Three thermodynamic quantity x, y and z satisfy the reaction. dz is equal to dx dy plus y dx. This implies option A, quantity z is a thermodynamic property. B, quantities x and y are thermodynamic properties. C, all three quantities are thermodynamic properties. D, none of the quantities are thermodynamic properties. So the equation given is dz dy plus y dx. Okay. Now for this equation dz is equal to m dy n dx for z to be property curly m by curly x is m by curly x and curly n by curly y and y constant. Okay, here and here x constant should be equal. So here m is the given equation here m is x. So curly x by curly x is equal to curly y by curly y is equal to 1. So z is property. Now we have this equation dz x dy by dx. So integrating, we can have z is equal to x y. So y is equal to z by x. Okay. Now to determine now y can also be written as dy is equal to curly y by curly z x constant dz plus curly y by curly x curly z constant dx. Okay. So now curly y by curly z, curly y by curly z, x constant is 1 by x, okay, and curly y by curly x, z constant is minus 1 by x case, okay. So we can put this, so we have dy this, okay. Now y to be property, this differentiation of this with this constant, it means curly 1 by x, or this is m and this is n, okay. Curly m by curly x, 1 by x, curly x, okay, and curly n by curly y, z by x square, okay, minus z by x square by dz, okay, and assuming, and then differentiating 1 minus and assuming here 1 minus 1 by x square, here to be x, here it will be minus 1 by x square, okay. Here z is constant, here x is, so here x is constant, here z is constant, okay. So from this y is also property. Similarly, x can also be it can also be put as x is property. Okay, so all three are property. Next, in a constant temperature process, 70 moles of an ideal gas at temperature 354 attains a final volume V2 is equal to 1 meter cube. Work input during process 206 is 206. Initial volume V1 of the gas approximately satisfy the following relationship. Bracket E is the base of natural logarithm. Option A, V1 is equal to V2, B, V1 is equal to E V2, C, ln V2 by V1 is equal to 1, and V1 is equal to ln V2. Okay, now work done isothermal process is NRU P ln V2 by V1. Okay, so work done is given, that is minus 200 NRU. Work is input. Okay, so it is negative. Okay. So minus 206. So if we put the values, okay, Here Ru is 8.314 and N is number of moles are given. Okay. And temperature is also given. That is 54. We put the values, we can find out ln V2 by V1 is equal to 1 minus 1 and over V1 is equal to taking log both sides. V1 is equal to E V2. Option B is equal to. Next, an ideal gas at pressure P0 and temperature T0 undergoes the reversible isothermal compression and attains the pressure P1. The characteristics constant is R. Net heat transferred during the process is A0, B R T naught ln P1 by P2, C minus R T naught ln P1 by P0, D R T naught P naught by P1 minus outside by P naught. Okay. So work done during isothermal process is RT ln Pi here or RT ln Bf by Pi. Okay. So here the Pi is the initial pressure, that is P naught. Temperature is constant, that is P naught, and final pressure is P1. Okay. Putting the values, we can have this RT naught ln P naught by P1 or minus RT naught P1 by P2. Okay. As the process is isothermal, so W is for you get it is 0. Okay, so the heat supply is same as the work done. Next answer is C. A person starts a 60-watt table fan in an insulated room of volume 86.4 meter cube. The person expects to cool the room from 32 degrees Celsius to pressure kP, pressure 100 kP, and allow the fan to rotate for 4 hours. Okay, if the specific heat at a constant volume of the room is 0.718 uh, kg per kilogram per degree Kelvin and the characteristic gas constant is 287 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Kelvin. After 4 hours, the person will find the room is hotter by approximately 12 degrees Celsius, is cooler by approximately 90 degrees Celsius, T at the same temperature, B hotter by approximately 80 degrees Celsius. Now the power of the fan is 60 kilowatt. Okay, so in 4 hours or 60 into 60 into 4 seconds, it will generate this amount of heat. Okay, now uh, using that relationship that PV is equal to MRT, the mass of air in the room is P is 100 kPa. Okay, and V is 86.4 and R is 27 and initial temperature is this. Okay, so the increase in if delta is the increase in temperature and volume is constant, then 1,400 into 60 is the heat supplied by the fan. Okay, so then delta will be 12. So answer is option A. It will be hotter by approximately 12 degrees Celsius. Okay, okay. Next, consider the cycle given below. The state which one of the following statement is true, and the state which one of the following statement is true. Option A, both A and B, both A and B net work done is plus 12 units. B, in B net work done is more since in A no work is produced by the constant volume. Okay. C, the magnitude of net work done in both A and B are 12 units, but their signs are opposite. B, the magnitude of work produced in both A and B are different. Okay. So area of PV diagram gives work done. This is the PV diagram. So if we find the area of the triangle and area of the triangle, we can get the work done in both of these. So here base is 2 and height is 3. So here base is 2 and height is uh, here base is 2 and height is 4. Here base is 1, 2. Here it should be same. Okay. Here base is 4 and here base is 6 and height is 4. So 6 into 4 by 2 is 12 and here 3 into 4, 3 into 8 by 2 is 12. So area is same for both. So that is 12 and 12. But you can see that here the signs are like this. So this is clockwise. Here the signs are opposite. Okay. So uh, equal amount of work will be produced, but this time will be produced. So answer is C. Okay. Measure of network. Magnitude of net work produced is both in both A and B are is given. Okay, the area one to the given by area 1 to 3. Okay, so this is the area, but their signs are opposite because in 1 to 3 it is in clockwise sense, and where it is in B it is counterclockwise sense. So answer is C. Okay, next. Stream of quality 0.98 is present in two separate containers A and B at 300 kPa and 200 kPa respectively. Specific volume of steam in containers A and B initially are BA1 and BB1 respectively. Steam condenses at constant pressure in such a way that final velocity of steam in both the containers is 0.01 and specific volume of the steam in containers A and B are VA2 and VB2 respectively. Which of the following statement is true? Option A, VA1 is more than VB1, VA2 is more than VB2, VA1, option B, VA1 is less than VB1, VA2 is less than VB2, option C, VA1 is more than VB1, and VA2 is less than VB2, and D is VA1 less than VB1, and VA2 is more than VB2. So here for container A, the pressure is 200 kPa and 300 kPa, and for container B, the pressure is 200 kPa. So we see the that diagram. Okay, here the gap between saturated liquid and saturated vapor is more. Okay, and here it is less. Okay, so for the same dryness fraction in both the cases, VA1 will be less than VB1. Okay, slightly towards left. Then VA2 more than VB2. Okay, so answer is D. Okay. Next, the approximate entropy change when 10 degree or 10 kilogram of an ideal gas having specific heat at constant volume, Tb is equal to 5R by 2, bracket given R is equal to 287 joule per kilogram per degree Kelvin, is taken from an initial state of 100 kPa and 300 Kelvin to final state 200 kPa and 500 Kelvin is in kilojoule per kilogram per kg. Okay. Option A 9.1, B 3.14, C 91, D 0.314. Okay. So we have to find out the approximate entropy change, and general formula for the entropy change is uh, can be derived by the using that TDS is equal to DH minus B minus VDP. Okay. Or the first law of thermodynamics, first combined first law and second law of thermodynamics. Here it is Q and this will be uh, this will be dH minus bd. Okay, and it is derived from the first law, that is q del w plus del. Okay, so we know that relationship. Okay, so TdS is equal to dH minus ddt. Okay, now putting the value of dH, Cp dt. Okay, so now T ds is equal to Cp dt minus v dt. Okay, so integrating them, S2 minus S1 is equal to Cp ln T2 minus by T2 minus V. So here we will convert V by T into in the P form. Okay, okay. So V by T is now if we put the V is equal to RT by P, we can get this. Okay, V by T is R by P. Okay, okay, R by P. So if we integrate that, then we get S2 minus S1 Cp ln T2 minus T2 by T1 minus R ln T2 by T. This is the general formula for entropy change for any process. Okay, so now if we want this formula in terms of R, you can put the value of Cp as, sorry, Cd as 5 by 2R and Cp as 7 by 2R. This can also be derived. Okay, it is given that Cb is equal to 5 by 2R. Okay, now R is, Cd is equal to R. So Cp is 7 by 2R. Okay, so by putting the value of Cp, okay, we have this entropy change. Now if we put T2, value of T2 and T1, T2 and T1, okay, so we can get this 0.314.9 kilojoules per kilogram per liter. So answer is D. Next, in a thermal power plant operating on a Rankine in a thermal power plant operating on a Rankine cycle, steam having enthalpy H is equal to 2995.1 kilojoule per kilogram and entropy S is equal to 6.5422 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Celsius. Okay, produced at 3 MPa and 300 degrees Celsius, and is fed to turbine where it expands to condenser pressure of 5 kPa, where HF is 137.77 kilojoule per kilogram and Hg is 252, sorry, Hg is 2561.6 kilojoule per kilogram. Sf is 0.4763 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Celsius, and Hg is 8.396 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Celsius. At the entrance to condenser, the quality and enthalpy of steam, respectively, are approximately option A 0.89, 1994.42, okay, B 0.68, 179, 5.67, C 0.7920, 5.02, D 0.77, 200, 4.12. So this is the inlet condition of turbine. This is the exit condition for for uh, for for minimum drainage friction. Okay, then so that process is isotropic. That process we have to assume essentially, because if we do not assume isotropic process, then the expansion will be like this. Okay, okay, curve line. So then the drainage friction will increase. So the process should be assumed as isotropic to have minimum drainage friction. So at one point, enthalpy is this according to pressure and temperature given. Okay, pressure 3 MPa and 300 Celsius. Okay, and at point 2, SF and SFG are given. So as you are given, so we do the section X here. Okay, so this will be 0.4763x. Okay, from by equating the S1 is equal to S2, we can find out dryness fraction. Okay, so after finding dryness fraction, we can find out enthalpy at 2 also. That is at according to pressure. According to pressure, 5 kPa. Okay, data are given. Okay, so this is 137.7 plus 0.7658 into 25161.6 minus 137. Okay, so answer is option B. Okay, next, for a refrigerant slope dT by dt saturated of saturation curve on a PT diagram is a function of temperature, the enthalpy of vaporization and difference between specific volume of saturated liquid and saturated vapor. Okay, if at 20 degrees Celsius for refrigerant dT by dt saturated 17.69 kPa per degree Kelvin, Vf is equal to 0.000815 meter cube per kilogram and Vg is equal to 0.0358 meter cube per kilogram. The enthalpy of vaporization in kilojoule per kilogram at 20 degrees Celsius is approximately. So this is the slope of the saturation curve, and we have to use the cla- classic Capricorn formula. Okay. So this is the classic Capricorn formula, that the slope of saturation curve, dT by dt saturation, that L is latitude, T is the boiling point, Vg is the saturated vapor volume, and dF is the saturated liquid volume. Okay. So by putting the dP by dt is 17.69. Okay, and L is equal to L is equal to L we have to find out. Okay, and B is equal to 273 plus 20, 20 degrees Celsius is given, and BG and BF are given. So you can find out L 1831.23 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, so answer is D. Okay, next, which of the following relationship is wrong? Option A, curly T by curly E is equal to by S constant is equal to curly P by curly S B constant. Okay. B, curly T by curly T S constant, curly B by curly S P constant. C, curly P by curly T B constant equal to curly S by curly B T constant. D, curly S by curly T T constant minus curly B by curly T T constant. Okay. So answer is A. How? From the first law we have this du is equal to TdS minus TdV. Okay. So for you to use the property, use internal and property of system. So for you to be property, curly T by curly V as constant should be T curly T by curly S. So answer is A, because and this is wrong. So should be minus. Okay. Next, for the main, for the same maximum temperature and pressure, an Otto cycle and diesel cycle are shown on the diagram, on the same TS diagram. Okay, in the following way, which of the following is correct? Okay, the diagram is shown 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 dash 3, 4. Okay, two cycles are there. Okay, on TS diagram. Option is 1, 2, 3, 4 is an Otto cycle and 2, 3 is a isobaric process. B 1 2 dash 3 4 is an Otto cycle. 2 dash 3 is an isobaric process. C 1 2 3 4 is an Otto cycle and 2 3 is an isobaric process. D 1 2 dash 3 4 is an diesel cycle and 2 dash 3 is an isobaric process. Clearly, it can be seen that the slope of 2 dash 3 is less than the slope of 2 3. So in the TS diagram, the constant volume lines have higher slope. Okay, so This is the constant volume line. Okay, and this is constant pressure line. So 1, 2, 3, 4 forms an auto cycle because it will be a constant itself. Constant pressure, sorry, volume itself, which is also constant volume itself. Okay, so it is an auto cycle. So in option C, 1, 2, 3, 4 is an auto cycle, and I so 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 is isotonic process. Because in auto cycle, the heat is added at constant volume at heat is added and detected at constant volume. So we use isotonic process. Next, a Carnot engine having efficiency 0.5 drives a Carnot refrigerator with COP4. The energy absorbed by refrigerator from cold body for each kilojoule of energy absorbed from the source by Carnot engine. Option A 2 kilojoule, option B 2.4 kilojoule, option C 3 kilojoule, option D 4 kilojoule. So this is the engine. Okay, this is the Carnot. This is the refrigerator. Okay, and this engine is flying work to this. Okay, okay. So this is the efficiency of engine is Q1 minus Q2 by Q1. Okay, or W by Q1. Okay, and it is given as 0.5. Okay, so from this we can find out the ratio between Q1 and Q2. That is Q2 is equal to 0.5 Q1. Okay, now COP of refrigerator Q3. Q2 is the refrigerating tank divided by work done. So that is Q3 divided by W. Okay, that is Q3 work supplied is Q1 minus Q2. Okay, so it is Q3 is equal to Q1 minus Q2 is equal to 4. So Q3 is Q1 minus Q2 is 0.5 Q1 as Q1 is okay as Q2 is 0.5 Q2 Q1, so it will be 0.5 Q2 Q1. Okay, now if we now from this we can find out ratio of Q3 and Q1. Okay, so it has been asked that the energy absorbed by the refrigerator from the cold body, that is Q3. Okay, for uh, for each kilojoule energy absorbed by the source. Okay, so Q3 by Q1 is asked. Okay, so answer is to energy absorbed by the refrigerator, energy absorbed by the from the absorbed from the source. This is answer is A. Okay, next, it is proposed that solar energy to be used to heat a large collector plate. Energy in turn be transferred as heat to a fluid within a heat engine. Okay. The engine would reject energy as the heat to the atmosphere. Okay. The experiment indicates that zero point 0.5 kilowatt per meter square energy can be collected at operating temperature of the plate, and the maximum efficiency of engine is 0.2. The minimum collector area that would be required for a plant to produce 1 kilowatt of useful shaft power is option A 1 meter scale, option B 10 meter scale, option C 100 meter scale, option D 1000 meter scale. So that given that the efficiency of the engine that is being operated from the that solar collector is 0.2, and work done required to produce is 1 kilowatt. Okay, so from this we can calculate heat supply to engine. Okay, so the heat supply to engine is this. Okay, so and heat is being supplied by the collector. Okay, so the collector is required is collector per meter scale, 1 meter scale of area supply 0.5 kilowatt. So 5 kilowatt is supplied by the per meter scale. So answer is B. Okay, next. A reversible engine operates between temperature T1 and T2. T1 1000 degree Kelvin and T2 400 Kelvin. Okay, the engine drives a refrigerator which operates between T2 is equal to 400 Kelvin and T3 200 Kelvin. The energy transferred to the engine is 200 kilojoule and net work output of the combined engine and refrigerator is 300 kilojoule. The energy transferred to the refrigerant is option A 9 kilojoule, option B 90 kilojoule, option C 900 kilojoule, option D 9000 kilojoule. Okay, so as engine is reversible, okay, so and maximum limit is maximum limited in 1000 and minimum limited is 400. Okay, so the efficiency of engine is T1 minus T2 by T1 because engine is reversible, so this is 0.6. Okay, now it is given that 200 kilo joule heat is being supplied. Okay, so efficiency is also given by work done by heat supplied. So W by Q is work done. Okay, so work done is 1200 kilojoule. Okay, now this work done is supplied to the refrigerator. Okay. And some of the work is used in refrigerator and rest of the work uh, is available. Okay, so the so this work has to be supplied to the refrigerator and net work produced is 300. Okay, now the energy transfer to refrigerant will be that work, work done minus work available. Okay, so that will be 1200 minus 300, 900. So answer will be C. Okay, energy transfer to refrigerant, it should be refrigerant. Okay, refrigerant. Next, 2 kilogram of air at 500 kPa and 370 Kelvin expand adiabatically in a closed system until its volume is doubled and its pressure and temperature become equal to that of to the, to that of surrounding, which is 100 kPa and 300 Kelvin. If for air CV is 0.7 kilojoule per kilogram per degree Kelvin and characteristic gas constant R is 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram per Kelvin. Okay. The maximum work for this process is approximately given by option A 105, option B all are in kilojoule, option B 25205 and option C 305 and option D 405. Okay. So we have to find out the maximum work. Okay, and that can be found by the availability concept. Okay, so first we use the formula for entropy change. Okay, so this is the entropy generated from atmosphere to. Okay, so this is in a formula that we can drive also. Okay, so CV is given as 0.7, R is 0.287, and CP we can find out 0.987. Okay. Now, atmosphere temperature is 300 and 300 Kelvin, and we and sorry, and temperature of air is 370, pressure is 500 kPa, and use atmosphere condition for T naught P naught and inlet condition for T1 and T1. Okay, because to get the maximum work, uh, the system has to go to the dead state. Okay, so what is dead state? Dead state is atmospheric conditions T0 and P0. Okay, so this is the entropy chain up to dead state. Okay, or entropy generated. Okay, so by using this concept, U minus T naught S1 minus u naught t naught, or by using first law. This is first law. Okay. So this is change in internal energy. This is heat spread. Okay. Okay. Heat spread minus change in internal energy. Okay. So we can get the maximum amount of work. But this system is closed system. Okay. So some of the work has to be uh, to compress the boundary of system. This is the uh, uh, this is a work done to compress the boundary to change the boundary of system. Okay, so this is P naught into minus V1. Okay, so this is W max, W max. This value. Okay, minus this. So by this we can find out. Uh, this is 251 minus 100 into. Okay, this answer is B. Okay. Next question. A reversible heat engine in a satellite operates between a hot reservoir at temperature T1 and radiating panel at temperature T2. Radiation from the panel is proportional to the area A and P4. Okay. The constant of proportionality in Stephen-Boltzmann is the Stephen-Boltzmann constant sigma. Ratio of work output to the temperature difference T1 minus T2 is option A sigma A T, option B sigma A T square, option C sigma A T2 3, option D sigma A T2 4. Okay. Now, as the engine is reversible engine, for reversible engine we have efficiency this, okay, or we can have W by T1 by T2 and Q1 by T1. Okay. Where Q1 is heat ejected and Q2 is heat ejected, Q1 is heat ejected, Q2 is heat ejected. Okay. Now also for reversibility, we have this Q1 by Q1 and Q2 by Q2. Now it is given that the, the radiation from the panel is proportional to A and P4. Okay. Uh, as heat is being rejected by using radiation, so Q2 is sigma A T4, T2 4. Okay. Now from this, in spite of this, we can put this also, and Q2 is sigma A T2 4 and H is T2. So W by T1 minus T2 is QA T2. The answer is option C. Next question. Irreversibility of a given process is a system is equal to option A product of temperature to the surrounding and the net change in entropy of the in the universe, and it is represented by the loss of total amount of work available from the system. This is the answer. Okay, that we know as the Gauss law. Okay. The product of temperature of surrounding and net change in entropy in the universe is just the gain in total work available in the system. Okay, that is an irreversibility. Product of temperature of the system and net change in entropy of the universe. It represents the loss in work, total amount of work available. Product of the temperature. No, it should not be. It should be temperature of surrounding. Okay, the product of temperature of system and net change in entropy of the system. It represents the loss in total available. So answer is A. T naught into T naught into entropy generated. Okay. T naught into entropy generated. The answer is A. Next, P max and P min represent the maximum and minimum temperature respectively in a gas turbine working on a Brayton cycle. The optimum pressure is to RP, which provides the maximum amount of useful work is given by RP. P max by T min is over 2 gamma minus 1 by gamma. The RP P max by T min. control gamma 2 gamma minus 1. C RP T mean by T max gamma divided 2 gamma minus 1. D RP T mean by T max 2 gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay. So RP is the maximum. So in a Brayton cycle, the maximum work done occurs when this temperature T2 and T4 are equal to T max and root of T max by into T mean because of T max into T mean. Okay, T2 is equal to T4 is equal to T max T mean. Good. Okay. Now the compression ratio is given by pressure ratio is given by this T2 by T1 gamma by gamma minus 1. Okay, now put the value of T2 this. Okay, you can have T max by T min as root gamma by gamma minus 1. Or if you no root, then you T max by T min gamma 2 gamma minus 1. A heat engine operates between three reservoirs R1 at 550 Kelvin, R2 at 450 Kelvin, R3 at 350 Kelvin. For every cycle, the engine accepts 100 kilojoules from R1 and rejects 60 kilojoules into R1, 30 kilojoules into R3. The engine efficiency is so there are three reservoirs, two are input and one is output. So the the heat supplied will be Q1 plus Q2. That is for cycle. A heat engine operates between three reservoirs R1 550, R2 450, R3 350. Okay. For every cycle, the engine accepts 100 kilojoules from R1, rejects 60 kilojoules from into R2 and 30 kilojoules into R3. So they are sorry, three reservoir. One is getting heat and from into other two it is rejecting it. Okay, so Q1 is 100 and Q2 is 60 and Q3 30. Q2 and Q3 are heat rejection and Q1 is heat addition. So Q1 is 100, Q2 plus Q3 is heat rejected this. Okay, so work done is Q1 minus Q2 minus Q3. Okay, so answer is no, sorry. So work done is 10 kilojoules and heat supplied is 100. Which is 1. So answer is E. Next, carbon tetrachloride boils at 76 degrees Celsius at 101 kPa. The latent heat of vaporization of carbon tetrachloride is 195 kilojoules per kg. And for this, the characteristic gas constant is 0.055 kilojoule per kilogram. The boiling point at carbon tetrachloride at 200 kPa is option A 274.54 Kelvin, B 374.54 Kelvin, C 474.54 Kelvin, D 574.54 Kelvin. So as latent is given, okay, boiling point is boiling point is also given. Okay, so we have to use to classify Apricot equation. Okay, so dP by dt is equal to L by T V dash minus V, where V dash is the volume of saturated vapor. Okay, and V is the volume of liquid. For saturated liquid, as the volume of saturated liquid is very large, very small as compared to volume of saturated vapor. So we can have V dash minus V is equal to V dash. Now V dash is a saturated vapor, so it can obey the gas law. Okay, so putting V dash is equal to RT by P, we can have LP by RT square. Now dT by P, L by R, dT by T square, and then putting so then integrating them, which will be T2 by P1 minus L by R. So 1 by T2 minus 1 by T1, integration of this T square. Okay, and putting a limit. So now now the when the pressure is 100 kPa, the boiling point is 76 degrees. When the pressure is 202, okay, then we have to determine boiling point. Okay, now put P2 as 202 and P1 as 101. Okay, and L as 195 and R as 0.05, and you can find out boiling point at 202. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so this is dP by d. So this we can so classes application. Next, common data questions. Common data for question 29 and 30. Steam at 0.6181 MPa and 160 degrees Celsius enters at a steady flow device with a velocity 50 meter per second and enthalpy 2756.7 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, it leaves the pressure, these are the pressure 0.1 MPa with a velocity 600 meter per second and enthalpy this and then enthalpy He. Okay, the device is perfectly insulated and does not do any work on the surrounding. Neither does it receive any work input. Use the following table. So this is the table. Okay, uh, the property of steam at 15 bar is given. Okay, so first question is the quality of steam at the outlet of the device is A 0.548, B 0.648, C 0.748, D 0.948. Okay. Next, the above mentioned device is turbine compressor nozzle. So here V1 is 50 meter per second. Okay, V1 is 50 meter per second. Okay, and enthalpy at entrance is 2756.7. Okay. And outer velocity is and outlet velocity is 600 meter per second. Okay. Now the as a device is adiabatic or insulated, device is perfectly insulated. Okay. So we can use the energy equation. So energy at inlet is equal to energy at outlet. So V1 square by 2 plus H or V2 square by 2 plus H2. Okay. So H2 is equal to 50 square by 2 minus H2 is 50 H2 sorry this H2 will be this 50 square by 2 minus 600 square by 2. Okay, V2 is 60 and V1 is 50 and this H1. Okay, so from this we can find out H2. Okay, now as uh, the table for 15 bar is given, okay, take HF and HG, we can find out dryness fraction at exit. So this is if X2 is dryness fraction, then X2 is 0.948. Okay, so this device will behave as nozzle because velocity is increasing. Okay, velocity is increasing from 50 to 600. Okay, so answer for question number 30 is negative. Next, link answer question 31 to 34. Sorry, 31 carry 2 marks each. The statement for linked answer question 31 and 32 A tank contains 9 kilograms of liquid water at an initial temperature T0 degrees Celsius. The coil removes heat at the rate of Q is equal to K1T from the tank. The pedal wheel by constantly steering maintains the uniform temperature in the tank. Okay. The rate of work input through the pedal wheel is W dot is equal to K2 T. The temperature T is in degree centigrade and T1 and K2 are constant. Note that the rate of change of internal energy inside the tank will be a balance of work and heat transfer rates. Two questions on this statement. First, temperature of the tank will vary in such a way that K2 is more than K1, temperature will decrease exponentially. B K2 is more than K1, temperature will increase exponentially. C K2 is less than K1, temperature will increase exponentially. D K2 will be more than K1, temperature will decrease linearly. Question. If T naught is 80 degrees Celsius, K1 is zero point 0.1, K2 is 0.01. The specific heat of liquid is 1. The temperature of tank after 1 minute will be okay. Now, as the work is being added, so the addition rate is this W dot WT W by dt is equal to T and heat is being removed. Okay, so this dq by dt is K1T. So now the net heat added will be the difference of these two. Okay, so the work done divided by work done minus heat removed will be sorry, work has been added. Okay, work has been added. Okay, and heat is being removed. So the net heat will be energy added minus energy removed. Okay, so this will be the heat added or energy added. Okay, so dq minus dw minus dq by t is minus so this is energy added. So as it is a water which is incompressible, so energy added is mc dt. Okay, it will change its temperature when we add energy. Okay, so dw minus dq is the energy added. Okay, and it will be mcp dt, and this t will come down, and this dt will come down. Okay. Small t is time, t is temperature. Okay. Now, if we integrate them, we can get mcp ln q2 by t1 and q2 by t1, and t is the time. Okay. Now, it is given that so if T2 is more than T1, okay, if T2 is more than T1 or T0, then K2 will be more than T1. Okay, so this relationship will be exponential. So then, so it is a heating process. Okay, with K2 more than K1. So and it will increase exponentially because here is ln answer is B. So the temperature will increase exponentially. So K2 is more than K1. Okay. Now if you put the values in the second question, all the values okay, K1, K2, Cp, mass, okay, we can get T2 by T1, T1 by T2, T0, and T0 is given. T0 is 80 degrees Celsius. So we can get T plus 43.9 degrees Celsius. Quantity. Okay. check this question because I am not converted it. Put is not is equal to 80 degrees Celsius. 80 plus 273 into 0.54 minus here should be 80. Because in our relationship, the temperature is given in degrees, so you have to take it in degrees. Okay. Then we can get the answer. Okay. So do not change it into Kelvin. Put in then degree. Okay. Next question. The statement for linked answer question 33 and 34. Air enters a gas turbine at 1.0135 MPa 100 Kelvin at the rate of 1 kilogram per second and exit at 101.35 kPa and 600 Kelvin. Neglect the changes in potential energy and kinetic energy and assume that the air is an ideal gas with R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kilogram per Kelvin, Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoule per kilogram per Kelvin. Net power output of the gas turbine is option A 102 kilowatt, B 200 kilowatt, C 301 kilowatt, D 402 kilowatt. Okay. So question number 34 is for if the for isentropic pressure T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1, gamma minus 1 gamma minus 1 by gamma, and gamma is 1.4, isentropic efficiency of the turbine is A 63%, B 73%, C 83%, and D 93%. So the condition at entry is this. Okay, mass this, and at exit is this. From this we can get power of turbine MCP changing temperature. M is 1 and CP is 1.05 and T exit and T inlet are given. So it is total 402. Okay, so first answer is 402. If isentropic if there is a relationship for isentropic condition. Okay, now for isentropic condition to use this, then T2 by T1 is there, P2 by P1, common. So we'll put T1 as same then as before 600 and put P2 and P1 that is given 1 MPN 1 kPa 1.013 kPa. So we can get this P2. Okay. Now the isentropic efficiency to find our isentropic efficiency we will use actual work done divided by isentropic work done. This is MCP T exit minus T inlet is actual work done divided by CP T2 minus T1 by minus T inlet is isentropic. Okay. So this is the answer 71. Nearest option is B. Thank you.